once again. It's Major G. Sorry for the delay. Been a little bit sick, and then I went on vacation first, and when I came back, I went to South Arizona, to like the Tombstone area. When I came back, I got a little sick. Oh look, got some deer over here. National Park, so you know, see if I can put them in there with me. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, so National Park, so we don't really hurt the deer. Protected and everything. Every wild animal in here is protected. Anyway, welcome to another. It literally just stopped snowing. So I was going to say welcome to another snowy day here at Grand Canyon National Park. Last week we got hit with something like 1.5 feet of snow. Still hasn't quite melted yet. And then it just started snowing again this morning. But anyway, I wanted to kind of talk about a subject that's pretty near and dear to me, which is night skies here at Grand Canyon National Park. So if you're from, let's say, let's call it civilization, which would be, I guess you could call your suburbs and urban areas, then you're probably not used to seeing a lot of stars. Actually, today we're probably not going to see very many stars either, but because of since it's so cloudy out. But in general, here at Grand Canyon, we actually have very beautiful night skies. This is among one of the best places in the country to see.
I want to go Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Exit.
Los Angeles?
Yes.
Just follow the sign for the park exits.
Okay.
So, where was I? Lost track. Completely lost track of what I was saying. But yeah, so Grand Canyon is one of the best places in the country to be able to view a very nice night sky. And you'll see just about everything from here. There is a scale for this. I believe it's called the Bortle scale, something like that. And on the Bortle scale goes from 1 to 9. 1 being a completely dark sky, with no light pollution around or anything like that. A 9 being, say, New York City or Las Vegas, which is a completely brightened night sky in which you can't really see anything. And on the Bortle scale, we are considered probably about a 2 or 3. So that's actually really, really good. Let's see, what else can I say? So here, when it comes to Grand Canyon, you can see the Milky Way. In fact, actually, I forgot to mention, we have a star party. We have a star party every year from in the middle of June, first or second week of June. We have a star party, which basically means that every night for that week, the visitor center completely shuts down all its lights, and astronomers from all over the country and sometimes all over the world come here and set up all their telescopes in the parking lot of the visitor center. And there's kind of a showcase where you can go to each person's telescope and look at the stars. And I've gotten a chance to do that myself. I mean, being here 3 years. And it's actually a really wonderful sight. I've seen a bunch of things that I never thought I would ever see. I've seen Saturn. I've seen the Ring Nebula, seen the Horsehead Nebula, I've seen Andromeda, seen Jupiter, seen Jupiter's moons. Of course, you can get a good look at Mars. So, I mean, that's actually something that's really, really interesting to see. Excuse me, like I said, still coughing. So, when it comes to, oh, by the way, another thing that's really great about here, and what makes this place really great for wandering around at night, is that if you're a photographer, the night photography here is actually really wonderful. I've gotten a chance to do some night photography myself, and you get some actually really beautiful pictures here. You could get really great pictures of the Milky Way, sunset, sunrise. What else? I've gotten pictures of I think it's the blood moon, supermoon, one of those, an eclipse. That's what it was. I got really good pictures of an eclipse, lunar eclipse that was happening as it happened. Yeah, so believe it or not, one of the funny things about how dark our skies are is that it's kind of a common complaint around here for people that are just coming into the park for the first time. They'll come here and they'll come up to the check-in desk and they'll start complaining, "Hey, it's so dark here. Why can't you guys put out some lights?" And you just want to say, well, because it's a national park. We're trying to preserve nature and and keep things natural, and make, natural does not mean a lot of, lights. So, and actually we're very proud in this area that you can actually see the sky that you can see here, because it's very rare. This day and age, it's becoming not only rare in the country, it's kind of rare in the world almost. If you look at a motif, or not a motif, but if you look at it, it's kind of like a night sky picture of the world, or not night sky picture, but a picture of the world at night. You'll notice that a good chunk of the northern hemisphere is very, very lit up at night, and there are a lot of places. There are actually quite a few places in the Southwest where that is not the case. There's places around here. There's places a little bit farther north, like Wyoming, Utah, possibly Colorado, Montana, I believe, was part of that. And it's still pretty dark in some of those places, so you can actually see a good chunk of the stars there too. In fact, one of the nice things is that we're actually trying to become a bit better with that around here, and lessen our light pollution even more. And we haven't gotten on it yet, but we're trying to get on the registry for official dark skies parks, which are national parks here. National parks where you can, dark sky registry, which are places where you can go and see a very beautiful night sky. But I did happen to get a list of some places. For example, Chaco Culture National Historical Site, something like that. And that's in New Mexico. There's Big Bend National Park, or National Monument. That's in Texas. There's the Isle of Sark, which is apparently a small island in the English Channel, which has apparently literally just gotten out of the medieval times. Apparently they were still in in the whole feudal system, like medieval England had been for a very long time, and they just recently became a democracy. How long ago? I'm not sure. I just found out about them today. Then there's Death Valley, which of course is in Southern California. It's about an hour or two outside of Las Vegas. Just head west out of Las Vegas and you could find it. Let's see. Then there's Hovenweep, which is at Four Corners. If you're not that familiar with what Four Corners is, Four Corners is the borders of Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico, which literally come to a T intersection, and they all intersect each other in the exact same place. So Hovenweep is a national monument, or national monument, because it's not a national park, or national recreation area or something like that. That is somewhere around that area. And then there's Capitol Reef. Capitol Reef is another national monument or recreation area. I don't believe that's a national park, but that's in Utah. Also, another thing that we're proud of up here in just Arizona in general, is that Flagstaff, which is the town I've mentioned before, that's the town that we commute to out here, about 90 miles away, is the world's first international dark city, or dark skies city. Now, if you don't know what that means, basically what that means is that if you go to Flagstaff at night, it's very dark. There are some lights, and there's ways of doing this. I'll mention that in a moment. But Flagstaff in general there are some lights, but it's also very, very easy to see the night sky there. In fact, there is an observatory in Flagstaff. And there's an observatory in Flagstaff. In fact, that's the place where Pluto was discovered, if I remember correctly. Anything else? Oh, yes, I was going to mention. So, one of the things that we can try to do, I guess, to try to keep our night skies, or make a better night skies for future generations. I just came from a class, by the way, so I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. So, so one of the things we can do is that there are new lights that we're trying to bring about, especially in places like this, where the lights are actually shielded, and they point the light down instead of just surrounding the fixture with an aura of light. And that's actually something that's within the realm of possibility. We have a few lights like that over here. If you ever get a chance to go to Grand Canyon and walk along the rim, you'll notice that our lights are somewhat dim, and the ones that aren't so dim point pretty much directly down. So in that case, we still get a pretty good night sky. All you have to do, in places where it's lit, all you have to do is more or less walk behind a building where you can't see that light, and you get an amazing night sky. Anything else? Should probably mention no, maybe. Yeah, that's probably pretty much it on my notes here that I should mention. But yeah, you guys should also check to see what your area is, what the nearest area is, if you want to see a really good night sky. If you want to find out more about this Bortle scale, or where you are in this Bortle scale. So 9 and 8 are the brightest. You can't really see anything in those. If you can see Andromeda, also known as M31, Andromeda is the closest galaxy to us. If you can see that, then your area is on a level 7. Level 7 isn't terrible. That means you can still see some things. if you can see M33, which is the Triang galaxy, then you're on number 5 on the Bortle scale, and that's getting a little lower. You can actually see a little bit more. And once you're at a 4, you can see the globular cluster, or M22. So I am actually going to post a link to the International Dark Sky Association and the National Park Service Night Skies. I'm going to post both of their links at the bottom, probably about right now-ish. And so yeah, if you have any questions, ideas, like, subscribe, ask, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys again later.